This clock has a big hand and a small hand. We already know the small hand tells us the hour, but do you know what this hand does? This long hand is the minute hand. The minute hand tells us how much time has passed after the hour. When telling time, we always look at the hour hand first. On this clock, the hour hand is pointing to the 12, and the minute hand is pointing to the 1. So would we say the time is 12 and 1 minute? I know you might be tempted to say yes, but that is not correct. Each one of these increments are counted by 5s. There are 5 minutes between each of these big numbers. So when the minute hand is at the 1, 5 minutes have passed. So this is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, 55 minutes, and at the 12, the minutes start back over at 0. So right now, the time is 12:05. The hour hand is at the 12, and the minute hand is pointing at the 1, which is 5 minutes. Let's look at another one. Remember, we first look at the small hand for the hour. It is halfway between the 3 and the 4, so with just the hour hand, we know it is 3 o'clock. Now we look at the minute hand. It is pointing to the 6. Does that mean it is 3 and 6 minutes? No, you are right. We have to count by 5s to get the minutes. Let's count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 minutes. So the time is 3:30 because the hour is 3, and after counting by 5s, we see that the minute hand is pointing to 30 minutes. Let's do one last one. Can you help me out on this one? Great. Okay, you caught me sleeping earlier because my bedtime is 8 o'clock at night. When I saw the big hand pointing to the 8, I thought it was my bedtime. To get the correct time, we need to look at the hour hand first. What number is the small hour hand pointing to? It is at the 2 still, so the hour is 2. Great job. Now how many minutes have passed? Remember to count by increments of 5. Can you tell me what the minutes are? The minutes are 40, so the time is 2:40. Great job, everyone. Now that I know how to tell time, I will not try to sleep at 2:40 in the afternoon. Thank you so much for your help, guys.
Hello, my name is Maria and this is Matty, my mascot. In this lesson we're gonna study reading the clock a little bit further, and we are especially gonna look at something that many times many kids get fooled at. And it is this one here. What time is it? See, many students think that it is 4:50. But that is not true. Actually, it is 3:50. The hour hand looks like it's pointing to 4, but it is still 3 hours, not 4 hours yet. Let's look at how that works on a real clock. Let's look at some tricky times on this clock. What time is it? Can you tell? And don't say that it is 9:50, okay? That's the mistake that many students make at first, before they learn. The hour hand looks like it's pointing to 9, and the minute hand is at 50 minutes, right? But the hour is not yet 9 hours, it is still 8 hours. This time is 8:50, not 9:50. See, it only becomes 9 hours when the minute hand has finished its full round all the way up here. When we are over here, it is still 8 hours 50 minutes. Look also. Over here, we have 8 hours 30 minutes, right? 8 hours 35, 8 hours 40, 8:45. It is 8 something all the way up till we are actually at 9 o'clock. Let's take another tricky one. What time is it now? And don't get fooled. It is not 8:55, even though it looks like it, because it will only be 8 o'clock after the minute hand goes all the way up here. So we still have 7 hours, 7:55, okay? What time is it now? Can you tell? The hour hand looks like it's pointing to 6. It is soon coming to 6 o'clock, but it's not yet 6 anything. It is still 5 hours and 45 minutes, 5:45. Now let's do some more exercises here on the board. What time is it here? Can you tell? Here's the hour hand, and it's pointing to 7. The minute hand is pointing to 55. It's something 55, right? It's not going to be 7:55. It is not yet 7 hours. See? Because only after the minute hand gets all the way up here to 60 minutes is when the hour changes to 7 hours. It is still 6 hours and then 55 minutes. And over here, again, don't get fooled. Oh, Matt is saying that don't feel bad if you get fooled, because he also got fooled a few times when he was studying this. This looks like it's 2 hours, but it's not yet 2 hours. It's just 1, and for the minutes, 45. Over here, this looks funny, but what it means is that we have the minutes already given to us, and the hour hand is not given. How many hours? So let's read from the hour hand. How many hours? Okay, it looks like it is almost 7 hours or 7 hours, but since the minutes are 50 minutes and not yet, 0 minutes, then it must be 6 hours. See, if it was 7 o'clock, you would have here 00, right? But you don't, so we have 6 hours and 50 minutes. And now we're going to draw the minute hand to point to 50 minutes over there. Something like that. How about here? How many hours? The minutes are 40 minutes. This is fairly easy. It's going to be 9 hours, right? 9 hours, 40 minutes. And then draw the minute hand. Here's 40. So, something like that. And the last one. 55 minutes. And the hours looks like 11 hours, but it's again this thingy where you don't get fooled. Don't get fooled. It's just 10. 10 hours, 55 minutes. And then we need to draw the minute hand. Okay, and this is your challenge. Those numbers are not there. Remember, for the minute hand, we count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, and so on. But it helps you if you remember that over here is 30. And then we would get, counting by 5s, from 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So I need to draw the minute hand pointing there. Kind of goes on top of the hour hand, sort of. What time is it here? Okay, again, look at the minute hand. It is almost straight up here, but not quite. Do you remember what number goes here for the minute hand? Or do you still have to count by 5s from here? 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. The minutes are 55. Okay? And the hour hand looks like it's 12, but it's not quite yet. Okay? It's still 11 hours. Now, what time would it be 5 minutes later? Matthew? Oh, yeah, I know what you're gonna say. He's gonna say it's lunchtime. Well, what time is it 5 minutes later? If the minute hand moves one step and is pointing straight up here, then what time will it be? Then it's gonna be exactly 12 o'clock, right? See, 55 minutes and 5 minutes more would be 60 minutes. But then that changes the hour to the next hour. Over here, okay, minute hand, hour hand. Hour hand between 12 and 1, so 12 hours, right? Minute hand, again, count by 5s. Remembering here's 30. Half an hour, 30 minutes, 30, 35, 40. And then the time 5 minutes later. If the minute hand moves one step over here, what time will it be? Or you can just add 5 to this number. 12 hours still and 45. And lastly, our challenge, a clock without numbers. What time is it? This is the hour hand, pointing to 1, 2, 3. but it's not quite yet 3 o'clock, so it's still 2 hours something, right? And the minute hand over here, do you remember what number for the minute hand is here? It's gonna be 55, yeah. And then 5 minutes later. Can you tell what time it will be? 5 minutes later. The minute hand moves one step, pointing straight up. It's gonna be something o'clock. It's gonna be the next hour, 3 o'clock.